Hey Arise family, welcome back to Let's Study. It's a series here at Arise where we're studying a chapter out of the Bible every day. Today we're studying in 2 Kings chapter 8. Before we dive into the word today, I want to encourage you to go over to Kandi, Nicole, Arise.com and get a copy of your Bible study along so that you can dive deeper into this word. So today we're reading about the Shunammite woman, okay, and her land. Let's get started, you guys. So Elijah said to the woman whose son he had restored life to, "Get ready, you and your household, and go and live as a resident alien wherever you can. For the Lord has announced a 7-year famine, and it has already come to the land." So the woman got ready and did what the man of God said. She and her household lived as resident aliens in the land of the Philistines for 7 years. When the woman returned from the land of the Philistines at the end of 7 years, she went to appeal to the king for her house and her field. The king had been speaking to Gehazi, the attendant of the man of God, saying, "Tell me all the great things Elijah has done." Gehazi is still around? Y'all remember Gehazi? I thought Elijah got rid of Gehazi. I thought that was like when he gave him the skin disease, his little right hand man. When he gave him the skin disease, I thought he basically was like, "Boy, get up out of here. Get out of my presence." So he's still hanging around. He's still hanging around. He's still the right hand man. He just apparently just walking around with the skin disease, still serving Elijah. Okay. So while he was telling the king how Elijah restored the dead son to life, the woman whose son he had restored life to came to appeal to the king for her house and field. So Gehazi said, "My lord the king, this is the woman, and this is the son Elijah restored to life." It just happened to be. It just happened to be. Nothing just happens. Nothing is happenstance, okay? Nothing is a coincidence, okay? No. Everything is very intentional with God. The Lord already knew Gehazi would be over there running his little mouth, okay? He was running his little mouth, and as he was running his mouth, the lady walks in. It was a setup. The Lord is always setting things up. So when things start happening, don't be saying, "Oh, it just happened." No, the Lord set you up, okay? So the king asked the woman. She told him the story. So the king appointed a court official for her, saying, "Restore all that was hers, along with all the income from the field from the day she left the country until now." A full restoration. Not only did she get back what it is that she lost, okay, by being obedient to God. Catch that, catch that, catch it. There's some of y'all, there's some things you had to leave behind in order to be obedient to the Lord. But whenever he restores you, he gonna restore you more than what it is that you lost, because not only is she getting her field back, there were people that was up on her land working and living and everything. They took her stuff, okay? She gets her stuff back, and she also gets the income that was produced during this time, all right? So in verse 7, Elijah came to Damascus while King Ben-Hadad of Aram was sick, and the king was told, "The man of God has come." So the king said to Hazael, "Take a gift with you and go and meet the man of God. Inquire of the Lord through him. I will recover from this sickness. Will I recover from this sickness?" Hazael went to meet Elijah, taking a gift, 40 camel loads of all the finest products of Damascus. When he came and stood before him, he said, "Your son, King Ben-Hadad of Aram, has sent me to ask you, will I recover from this sickness?" Elijah told him, "Go say to him, you are sure to recover, but the Lord has shown me that he is sure to die." Then he stared steadily at him until he was ashamed. The man of God wept, and Hazael asked, "Why is my Lord weeping?" He replied, "Because I know the evil you will do to the people of Israel. You will set their fortresses on fire. You will kill their young men with the sword. You will dash their children to pieces. You will rip open their pregnant women. Hazael said, How could your servant, a mere dog, do such a mighty deed? Elijah answered, The Lord has shown me that you will be king over Aram. Hazael left Elijah and went to his master, who asked him, What did Elijah say to you? He responded, He told me you are sure to recover. The next day, Hazael took a heavy cloth, dipped in water, and spread it over the king's face. Ben-Hadad died, and Hazael reigned in his place. Verse 16. In the 5th year of Israel, King Jehoram, son of Abiam, Jehoram, son of Jehoshaphat, became king of Judah, replacing his father. He was 32 years old when he became king, and he reigned 8 years in Jerusalem. He walked in the ways of the kings of Israel, as the house of Ahab had done. For Ahab's daughter was his wife. He did what was evil in the Lord's sight. For the sake of his servant David, the Lord was unwilling to destroy Judah, since he had promised to give a lamp to David and his sons forever. During Jehoram's reign, Edom rebelled against Judah's control and appointed their own king. So Jehoram crossed over Zeir with all his chariots. Then at night he set out to attack the Ammonites, who had surrounded him, and the chariot commanders. But his troops fled to their tents. So Edom is still in rebellion against Judah's control today. Lehan also rebelled at that time. The rest of the events of Jehoram's reign, along with all his accomplishments, are written in the historical records of Judah's kings. Jehoram rested with his ancestors and was buried with his ancestors in the city of David, and his son Eleazar became king in his place. Judah's king Eleazar. In the 12th year of Israel, King Jehoram, son of Ahab, Ahaziah, son of Jehoram, became king of Judah. Ahaziah was 22 years old when he became king. He reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Akahath, daughter of Israel's king Omri. He walked in the ways of the house of Ahab. Another one. Okay, there was DJ Khaled in back there, and another one. And did what was evil in the Lord's sight, and another one. Okay, like the house of Ahab, for his father had married into the house of Ahab. Eleazar went with Jehoram, son of Ahab, to fight against the king Hazael of Amram and Rutham Gilead, and the Ammonites wounded Jehoram. So Jehoram returned to Jezreel to recover from the wounds that the Ammonites had inflicted on him in Reboth Gilead. When he fought against Aram king Hazael, then Judah's king Ahazam, son of Jehoram, went down to Jezreel to visit Jehoram, son of Ahab, since Jehoram was ill. These are accounts of the kings, and basically, everyone they listed followed in Ahab's ways. Okay, so they all was evil, and the Lord only just did not want to remove the lampstand, basically, because of David. He's still honoring David, even though these men are just wicked in every single way. Okay, so the main thing, other than all these kings and their wickedness, that was for us to catch on to was that Shunammite woman, the woman that built the house on top of the roof for the prophet to come and sleep. Okay, she was faithful. She had nothing really to gain. She had everything, actually. That's why she had nothing to gain. Then Elijah promised her she would have a son, and she did. And then remember, the son died. And Elijah came and prayed over the son, and the Lord restored his life. At some point in time, this man, Elijah, was still looking out for this woman. And he tells her, look, a famine is coming. Hey, it's already actually here. You just can't see it yet. Okay? You and your family are going to need to pack up y'all things and head into another direction until this passes over 7 years. Okay? And it just so happens, she's on her way back, and she's going to ask the king to restore her land. And here it is, Elijah's servant is over there talking to the king about her as she is walking in. The Lord sets us up. It's what I need you to pick up today. The Lord is saying that he sets you up. And many things that you're going to walk into, you're going to look back and realize how he has set you up the whole time. I encourage you guys to go over to CandyNicoleRise.com and get a copy of your Bible study along so that you can dive deeper into this word. I will see you guys back over here where we'll be studying 2 Kings chapter 9. Bye, y'all.